rhythm when you've had to play three quarterbacks in 2 games?
Not that hard. It's just like we just got to get comfortable with each other again. And just get down packed with the playbook and just trust in the process that Coach Wilson brought on us.
Darren, talk about facing a quarterback who I know you're familiar with from past days. Talk a little bit about what you remember about when you faced him a long time ago.
Playing Dylan Gabriel's always been good competition. Obviously, we've had some close games with him in the past when he was at UCF. We're just looking for the opportunity that's coming this weekend.
And Daryl, obviously talking about playing your former team. What are your feelings on that?
I'm ready to just get on the field and see where I can test my limits on where I'm at and on the football field.
Questions? Michelle.
Darren, can you just talk about the offensive attack you guys faced last week in Washington and how that made you, I'd say, more prepared for this week against OU?
Going into that game, we knew we was going against some top players and things like that, but we didn't want to let that hinder the game that we had and the game plan that we had. We watched the film, learned from it, and hopefully, we're just going into this week trusting the process and trusting the game plan that we have for OU this week.
And offensively, through just 2 games this year, OU's defense has limited their opponents to just 11 points. They've looked a lot better on defense. How does that impact how you guys prepare this week going up against him?
I think it's more focusing on how we're going to perform on our own self and not worrying about the defensive side because we have to fix our problems before we can worry about anything else on the field.
Thanks, fellas, for coming, first of all, and talking to us. Appreciate it. I was going to ask about your coach, your head coach. What have you learned about Kevin since his arrival 9 months ago?
I can just say, really, he's just bringing out a different side of each player and just bringing a different vibe to the team. We're straining every day to be the best that we can, and just hopefully we can reach those goals that we know that we can reach, and just buying in. Really, that was the big thing. When he first got here, when you get a new coach, it's kind of hard to buy in right off the rip. But I feel like we made that transition really well this summer and spring, to be honest.
I would agree with him. He just made us buy in into the new system, and everybody just trusting in him. And you could see that we were coming a big team, and there was no individuals on this team no more when Coach Wilson stepped on campus.
It's a little bit of a different approach, right, than you guys are used to.
Yeah.
Was there anything about that was like this is going to take a little getting used to, in terms of just the tone or just the demands or anything like that?
I wouldn't say it was too much of a difference. It was just the understanding of we just was talking to each other and just saying, it's a new era. Things are going to be different. That's expected. So we just went in every day with the training and practices, just knowing that we got to do what we have to do to be successful. And I feel like he's, doing his best to bring success to us and put it into us.
Yeah.
I just have to agree on that. Everything's been a process and a grind, but every coach has their different ways. And he stepped up to the plate and showed us that we have a chance to be a great team.
Sure. You got to know him at all as a person?
Yeah, I guess I can say just, when I went to a media day with him, taking a trip down there with him, just understanding him as a person and things like that. He's a really good guy, and he's just wants the best out of each player on his team.
I would say on my standpoint, I've known him from O-line standpoint and having those O-line jokes around and him coming into meetings just joking with us being another big guy in the room, knowing how we feel on the field and off the field. So I think that would be something that we can compare to each other.
You've got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously you guys have seen that it's going to be a sold-out crowd. Does that kind of matter to you guys going in? It's OU coming to here to Tulsa. Just has that really mattered to the team at all, or are you kind of treating it like Washington, a ranked opponent? Coming in, though, here at home, how are you guys kind of approaching that?
We're just looking at it as each game we play is a great opportunity, and it's a good opportunity for us to, showcase our talents and things like that against a good team and competitive team. And we're just going to go out there and, trust our game plan and just, lean on one another and just play our best ball that we can.
Something I would say is, I guess it's going to be a better game because now we have our fan base behind us. and when they can fill us in when we're down and out, or if we make a big play, we know the fans gonna go crazy. So that gives us the energy to just keep going and pushing to score and keep scoring all day.
Okay, Darren, it's the first sellout since 2009. How old were you in 09? A long time ago. Yeah. Having been around here for a few years, I mean, it's just going to be different. There's something about a completely full house. I know you've got a job to do and everything, but do you think, will you enjoy, that setting, that opportunity?
Yeah, I'll be definitely enjoying the setting during the pregame most likely. But during that, like I said, like he said about the fan base, just us making plays out there, having that Tulsa fan base behind us, and it brings the energy with us as well and keeps us going, throughout the whole game. And I'm just excited, to see what we can do this Saturday.
Ken, Darren, I don't have the exact numbers, but the majority of quarterbacks in college football are right-handed. Now, for the second straight week, you're going to go against a left-handed quarterback. How's that different in terms of, they roll out, they probably roll out more to the left than to the right. The spin may be different. How's it different?
It's way different. I haven't played too many left-handed quarterbacks in my time. I mean, the only one I've played, I believe, is Dylan Gabriel, beside Michael Penix this past week. But, the spin of the ball for them is different. You got to just judge balls differently with lefties. And, it's just another opportunity. I don't really look into the left and right, but, we're playing a good quarterback. And I just hope that we can go in and execute the game plan that we have set in stone this week.
You have a pretty good view of the entire defense from your position so far through the first 2 weeks. Kind of surmise for me where you think that everyone is at from your just point of view, and where you think that you need the most improvement overall.
Overall, I think we all just need to improve. We're still growing. We're still gelling with each other. With the new defense itself. We just a couple things we have to do better, I believe, is just trust one another. Like I said, it's a lot of new faces out here. We're still trying to fill out some of each other's game styles and how to play off of each other. I think once we do that, we just keep growing week by week, and we can reach those limits and goals that we have set for ourselves.
Darryl, the Sunday after Bedlam in 21, how did you find out about Lincoln Riley? And what was that day like, and what was that next few days like? But I mean the whole building.
Yeah. We got called in for a meeting. I think it was around 2:00 that afternoon. Coach Riley came in and talked to us about it, and just told us where he stood from that point, and came and did a respectful way out. And I have much respect for all the coaches that left and anything. There's no harsh feelings on that. They have to do what they have to do.
So when you went into that room, were you not yet aware,
I was surprised. I was caught off surprise when he came in there, because I'm not usually on my phone a lot, where you get them notes from ESPN or Twitter and stuff. So I usually try to stick away from that, and missed out on it. So that was my first hearing when he came in the room and told us.
So what were you expecting when you went in there? Did you think this is different, this is unusual?
When he told
called
us
the meeting for mid-afternoon on a Sunday.
I honestly just thought we were just having another team meeting, going over the game and stuff from the previous day.
Ken, Darren, you're from Brenham?
Yes, sir.
And is that where Bluebell ice cream is made?
Yes, sir.
Are you, because of that, will you move back to Brenham after you're done with football?
Nah,
I mean, I wouldn't leave Brenham, Texas.
Wherever, my plan is to be after.
Right. But, I mean, Bluebell ice cream is a big deal in Brenham, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, I've been to Brenham. In fact, I saw probably the best high school baseball player I've ever seen in my life was at Brenham, 25 years ago. And I'm trying to remember his name. Oh, no, he was the National Player of the Year.
Yeah, he was on Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, that's right.
Went to, at Texas A&M.
That's right.
Forgot his name myself.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
Yes,
What is your?
Oh yeah.
What a great question. What is your favorite? What is your favorite?
I keep
your
it
go-to ice cream.
Homemade vanilla, and I can add my own little things to it.
Trick it up.
Yes,
Not
sir.
even Bluebell, homemade.
Yes, sir.
What do you add?
Sometimes I add some pecans or whatever, maybe some M&Ms and things like that.
So you're not getting NIL from
Blue Bell now.
Nah, I'm not.
Yeah, for both of you, we can start with Darren. Playing OU obviously is a tough test, but a big opportunity. What would it mean for this team, for this program to be able to get an upset Saturday?
It'll mean a lot to us. Just get back on the right track. And it'll give us a little push and a little grind. For the rest of the season, just knowing where we stand and what we're capable of doing. We're capable of a lot of things that we think, and we just want to go out there and portray that and put that in effect come Saturday.
For the offensive standpoint, I would say we just need to show that we're offense that can move the ball, run, and pass. I think it's going to be a big opportunity to show that we can do that this week coming up, and just ready to get at it.
And Darren, obviously you guys are just played a top 10 team, playing OU this week. Do you like having that kind of non-conference schedule, or would you rather it be a little easier to kind of ease into the season?
I feel like that's good for us. I think it helps us grow as individuals and as a team by itself. Just getting to go against that competition, because sometimes people view it as that we can't hang with that type of competition. But I just see it as an opportunity to go out there and compete and play the game that I love each week, and just maximize the ability that we have and maximize our game plan.
Anything else? Players? Good. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.